feel like good because I looked it up, man. I did a lot of research, but I did my research. What is your day like? I know
Work week.
you're a full-time mom with two kids, so wow, that's a lot. On
I
top
have
of
one.
a one, a one.
One.
Okay, I thought you had two. I looked it up. They said you had two kids. Okay.
No, I have one young lady. She is 8 years old. She's
Mhm.
lovely.
It's the Chin Checkers podcast.
Hi, this is Alexis Martinez, minimum weight pro fighter. I'm here with Chin Checkers, and we're getting ready to talk about a few exciting things.
Hey y'all, this is Crisanto Lucio, and y'all here with Chin Checkerz podcast.
What's going on, everyone? I'm Holt Von Dane. That's my brother, Mr. Get That Work, and we the Chin Checkers, bringing you a special interview with Alexis Martinez and
Crisanto Lucio.
yes, I let you say it because I butcher everything.
Well, I like the name though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta say it like that. Say it like that.
I like the little Spanish flair you threw on there.
Yeah, a little bit, a little something.
Hello? There we go. We finally got you. Okay.
Yeah.
It took me a second. I'm sorry. Good morning.
Good morning. No worries, because my brother work over here, his audio's always messed up. So start recording a half an hour early and pre-game just to get him to talk. So worry. You be his time.
But what's going on? How are you doing? Wow. Did you just get out of the gym or are you about to go to the gym?
Just finished the morning run.
Oh,
nice.
Wow. What is your day like? Like, how do you start your day?
Normal
because I
work
know
week.
you're a full-time mom with two kids, so wow, that's a lot.
I have one.
A one?
One.
Okay, I thought you had two. I looked it up. They said you had two kids. Okay.
No, I have one young lady. She is 8 years old. She's lovely.
Mhm.
I'm also a full-time employee. I work with elderly residents.
Okay.
So that I work Sunday through Thursday. Those days I wake up every morning at 5. I
Right.
start my run. I come home, make breakfast for my family, go to work for 8 hours, and then go to boxing for 3 hours.
Wow.
Wow.
That is a full day. Definitely. That's a lot of credit to you right there alone. So shout out to being a full-time mom. The reason I sound like this, my voice sounds like shit because of yelling at them all day. 12 and 14-year-old. And so being a parent is full-time in itself. But to go back to your boxing, so with the training, I know you got a fight coming up.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it. This will actually be my first fight not outside of the country as a professional boxer. So I'm like ecstatic about that. And it's funny because with this, it really came full circle. I had reached out to a man, Charles, about wanting to become a pro last year during the pandemic. And he told me, there's no one your size. First of all, you're a girl. Second of all, you're a minimum weight girl where there's not many of us. So I ended up having a few pro fights in Mexico, which was a great experience. Those girls are so tough. Yeah. And then he messaged me last month and he goes, "Hey, I have a fight for you, but she has a few more fights. She's actually fought for a title before. Do you want it?" No questions, of course. Yeah, I want that fight. That's a great fight for me. I haven't announced it to anybody yet, but I'll announce it to you guys. I will be fighting Lobos on September 23rd in the Hangar in Orange County. So I'm really excited for this fight.
Oh, wow.
What is her record?
I actually don't know what her amateur background is. I have a decent amateur record for a female, 27 wins, few losses, but most of them were, pretty close fights. It's so frustrating when you lose a split decision. Those get to me because I'm like, oh, I would have pushed those extra 30 seconds, and I've actually lost 2 split decision fights in the pros. And that is like, oh God, I'm done with it. So I'm excited to come out and, fight Lorraine, who I know is a really hard, heavy puncher. She has so much heart, that young lady. And I think we're going to both be able to put in a great fight for, the minimum weight fighters.
Nice. Right. I wanted to ask you, there's 2-minute rounds. Would you prefer 3-minute rounds? Because I'm pretty sure you train 3-minute rounds.
Yes, of course. I think every girl fighter right now wants 3-minute rounds. That gives us time to work the body.
Right.
You know, in 2
Right.
minutes, unless you have Sinisa Estrada strength, you cannot really work someone's body in
Yeah.
2 minutes. You
Right.
got to have something real special. Especially, you know, I'm fighting 101 pounds. We're fast, you know, and we have our angles. Give us that extra time to try and actually hurt our opponents.
Right. Right.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that whole mentality you have. I love that. Now, being that it's hard to find women your size, would you ever consider moving up?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Right now I'm walking 104, 106 on a really bad day if I eat some ribs. So making the cut to 101, that's nothing for me. That's, you know, a day or two of cutting back on some meat, cutting back on some carbs. So I would like to start building up some strength, you know, eventually go up to 105, 108. But, you know, with that being said, I've had the amazing opportunity to spar with Sinisa Estrada a few times. And I know what I need to work on to get to that point to go up to 105. That woman has incredible strength and incredible dedication. And I need to build some muscle before I get up to 105. But I think right now, the girls at 101, they can catch these hands.
Let's go. Let's go. That's what we want to hear.
I love that. I love that. Wow. All right. With your working out, what is your favorite part of working out?
I love hitting mitts. I love hitting mitts with my coach, Robert. I love hitting mitts with my husband. And I love sparring with the young ladies there. You know, I have a blessed team. Maria Hardenas, she is 6-time former national champion at 105. So with that, you know, I feel like even though she's not a professional, she definitely has the amateur pedigree to get me to that next level.
Nice. All right. And what's your most hated workout? Because I do burpees and I can't stand it at all. There got to be something that you really don't like to do, but you're like, I got to do it.
You know what? It used to be cardio, but not anymore. I'm very competitive with my teammates. You know, it comes to running and sprinting and all of that. There's only 2 people that can beat me at that. And I know it. As soon as they come into the gym, I'm like, all right, I'm not first anymore. But I think I've kind of gotten used to it. So I don't think that there's particularly anything that I hate other than not being first in my team.
Nice.
I actually love your competitive spirit. One of my favorite female fighters, who's probably everyone's female fighter, Claressa Shields. She has now went over to MMA. And I'm just curious because when you were younger, you did practice both boxing and jiu-jitsu, right? So,
and karate and judo.
Nice, nice. Would you ever consider switching over to MMA? Has that crossed your mind?
That was actually one of my goals when I first started with my coach, Robert, because I trained with Karina Moreno for a number of years, you know, former world champion. And then when I moved, I started training with my coach, Robert. And I told him, I said, hey, I want to do MMA too. He goes, do you like your bones? Yeah, coach, I like my bones. Then you're sticking with boxing. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Your mic went out. We're good.
That was actually my coach, Robert, calling me. Okay, so that's one of my goals. Coach Robert shut that down right away.
Okay.
He said, no, I want you to focus on. Oh, Lord, this man will not leave me alone. Wait.
It's on the work. It's on the work again.
Exactly.
Oh,
so eventually I would like to make a transition to MMA, but for right now, you know, I'm going to stick with boxing. I think Claressa made the smart decision. She waited. She's an Olympic champion. You know, she has world titles. She reached everything that she could reach in boxing. So she did it the right way.
Right.
Can I ask you your opinion? Because I love boxing. Well, I used to love it more. And I kind of feel I'm a casual MMA fan, but I feel the MMA world kind of shows more love and more respect to the female fighters. How do you feel, especially being boxing or just the fight game in general, more dominated male sport, but MMA actually shows at least in my opinion, it shows a lot more love to the female fighters.
No, I definitely agree. I think MMA, you know, it made that jump to allow female fighters the opportunity. And I think it was just good luck that, you know, a few good female MMA fighters were able to push that envelope. I mean, they were beautiful. Ronda Rousey, she was violent. and it did what it had to do for it. And I think just now boxing is slowly starting to catch up in that aspect. So I think there's hope at the end of this tunnel. I hope there is, at least.
No, definitely. We want you to be the poster girl for boxing, especially that you're actually our first fighter interview. So
Yeah.
you are now a friend of the show. After you win your fight, you got to come back and talk some more smack on the show.
Oh, definitely. I have plenty more to talk about.
Let's go. So we do a little segment on our podcast. It's called Dream Fights. Recently, we put out Mayweather versus Thomas Hearns. But I want to ask you, who would be your dream fight, whether retired, past, present?
Is it bad that I would like Triple G versus Pacquiao?
Wow.
Let's go. That's
Wow.
Yeah.
That is an interesting matchup. That's an interesting matchup.
Elaborate on why you would want that, because a lot of people would think it would be a huge mismatch. But
I think they're both fast. They're both humble. They're both hardworking. And I think they both have gotten to the point in their careers where, hey, they've had a few great wins and they've had a few great losses. Why not?
Right.
They're both super strong.
Yeah. Where you going with that work? Who you think will win?
I'm going to have to go with the bigger guy. I'm going to go with Triple G. Pacquiao, I love him, but I can't see him taking on Triple G.
That power, I think if Pacquiao might have been a little younger, that speed, it would have been intriguing, man. That's actually push your legacy fight, man.
Right.
Awesome.
But what about the current state right now? Who do you like right now in boxing?
Can I have Loma versus Teofimo again?
Oh, yes.
Let's go. We just talked about that.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
I was disappointed in Loma's performance. And I think if he has the opportunity, he could come back great. And I think Teofimo, he really surprised a lot of people. And I think he could be, the best in the division. But let's give him a few tests before we sign and stamp it.
Yeah, I agree. And we all might get that wish, because apparently there's a little trouble with that Lopez fight not happening with George Kambosos. So we might actually get that fight sooner than we think. That would be interesting to see.
Okay with Loma versus Gambosa too.
Yeah.
He's working hard. He's up in the gym.
Mhm.
I mean, whoever signs that contract first.
Yeah, absolutely. Dame, any other questions, my brother? Anything else?
Man. We always talk about the state of boxing where everyone seems to be scared to lose their oath. Now, here we are talking to you. You're willing to take on people bigger than you. You just want to fight. I appreciate that so much. But we look at guys at 135 where it's a loaded division, yet we have yet to get all the fights we want. Do you kind of feel the same way? What fights would you want to see other than Loma and Lopez as a rematch?
I can't say that I have any in particular. To tell you the truth, I just think that boxing, we're supposed to be there and we're supposed to fight. And I think if you're offered a fight, you take that fight. You should be ready any day, anytime. Granted, I know that guys, their weight cuts, they need that extra time to kind of cut down in weight, which is okay. But I think the politics of it all needs to kind of go away, and we need to get back to the heart of it all. And if someone calls me out, I'm taking it. I'm going to fight you. You're going to catch these hands. And I think that people need to really stick with that. Like, that's one thing I appreciate about a lot of fighters. My buddy Zarina McCoy, she's notorious for calling people out. This girl gives me anxiety the way she calls people out, but hey, she does it. Sinisa Estrada, she calls people out, and look at her now. She's getting her title shots. She's getting those belts. And I think that the men need to, they're men. You guys are supposed to have the extra courage in you. So go and make those fights.
Yeah. And, I totally agree with you, but I do look at it also with the current state of boxing is that now boxers are able to make a little more money. than how it used to be. And I think now they're not worried about legacy anymore. It's more so about making money and I guess getting out early where you're not too hurt, not too damaged, you know. So I kind of respect that part of it, where boxers now are able to make more money and, you know, do more things for themselves, but they are losing the legacy a lot.
Yeah, I agree with that, but they're not going to be the fights that we're going to remember and talk about 20 years from now.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what I'm
Can't,
talking about.
you can't beat that. You're right. Yeah.
Alexis, you won me over. I'm to fly there and go see your fight. I'm actually going to try now. You already made a fan out of me. All the Chin Checker fans are going to go out there and support you. So
Yeah.
your next fight, you definitely got to come back on, and we got to talk about that win, because we in your corner. We expect you to win, and we know you're going to go out there and give a good performance.
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it. And, you know, I'm glad to be part of Chin Checkers now.
Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you. We're honored. Wow.
Yes, definitely. Yo, I don't want to butcher your name. We always, well, just me, I always mess everyone's name up. So Santos, Lucio.
Lucio.
Puerto Rican, but I have no Spanish accent. I know no other word than C, man, which is awful. And I'm a little embarrassed by that, but forgive me, voice, man. I was yelling at my kids. You got any kids yet?
Nah, man, don't wish that upon me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you stay like that, my man. You good?
I got my career right now, man. I ain't trying
Definitely. I was gonna say, don't, man. You know, become world champ. Get, you know, a couple side pieces all over the place. Yo, we want to welcome Crisanto Lucio. That's it, right?
Yes, sir. It's no S after the Santos. It's just Santo. But thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, but make sure you get it right, man.
Yeah. So what's good, brother? You just had your pro debut. How's everything working out? How's the experience?
Yeah, man, it was really cool, man. You know, it's always been a dream for me to be a professional athlete, let alone a professional boxer. So it was just a dream come true, and everything that came with it. It was the best experience so far, man.
I mean, could it have gone any perfect? It was a first round knockout, right?
Yes, sir. Like 8 seconds. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I'm always a huge fan of some a fighter that got some pop, so that's good to hear, man. How much of a fighting background do you have?
I've been boxing ever since I could walk. My dad was a professional boxer, so I'd always go to the gym with him, and I just fell in love with the sport.
Nice.
How many fights you trying to have this year? Because I see you have another fight next month, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, moving right along. All right, so how many fights you trying to get in this year?
This year as much as possible, whatever, as long as I stay healthy. After every fight, you know, my dad, he's my coach, so whatever he has planned for me, man, I'm ready.
And this next guy you're fighting, can you announce who is that?
I'm not sure, sir.
you just plan on going on there, putting on that show, putting that. All right, I feel you.
Yes, sir. Man. I won the fight in the training camp, so it ain't really too much about who shows up.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up, man.
So being that you've been fighting since you were so young, man, what's your favorite moment, or whether it be pro or the amateurs, what has been your best experience in boxing?
So far, it would probably either have to be my first Golden Gloves or my first pro fight, man. It's really that's the fresh one. So, you know, man, that was the most excitement.
Yo, I wanted to ask too, do you have any video of that fight? Because I try to find it online. I mean, I guess since it's so short, you know, nobody put it up there. But I wanted to see that fight, man. Like, we didn't get to see it online.
It's actually on my Instagram.
It's on your Instagram.
Do a a little segment on here where we do dream fights, and we recently put up Mayweather versus Thomas Hearns. Who would you personally want to fight, whether it be past, present, or in the future, whether they're retired or whatever?
My dream fight for me would probably have to be, my favorite fighter is Canelo Alvarez. So
Okay.
I probably, everybody wants to be like the idol, but at a certain point, you want to pass that. So I feel like that would be my dream fight to fight Canelo.
Oh, you against Canelo? Oh, wow. I like that though. I like that, man. Like he went straight to the top. No stopping, straight to the top, man. That's what's up, man.
Not right now. Not right now. Bro.
Nah, definitely, man. I actually love that, man. I actually love Canelo. Also, another thing is right now the divisions are loaded. At least the 135 division, man.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel when it comes to fighters fighting each other? We almost feel like everyone's scared to lose their own.
Yeah, I actually think it's better now. Like with the whole thing with how everybody was trying to be like Mayweather, be smart with it. Don't want to take too many chances. Wait for to call out people down the line when they're slowing down and stuff. It's smart, but people want to see the big fights. Like
You got a fight coming up next month. I think it's the 28th.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully we can get 3 or 4 fights before this year ends, and it's looking like he's on track for that. And definitely going to stay tuned for that, man, because when you go in there, when you train for months and you knock somebody out in the first round, it's like, all right, you need some more work now. Like now I need some more work,
Word, how does that feel after you knock someone out within like a couple seconds? Do you feel like, damn, I didn't get enough of my fixing?
I mean, I got the job done. I went what I was supposed to do. So
yeah,
I was happy with it. I was really just wasn't trying to get hit. So that my goal was good.
Oh, then yeah, you accomplished that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Time to go home and play some Call of Duty and yeah. Early night.
So what do you actually do on your off time when you're not boxing?
I really just be chilling at the house or ride my dirt bike.
Nice. Ride, okay.
Yeah,
I love riding, man.
Oh, you ride?
Yeah. Well, it's been a couple years, but yeah, I used to ride. Yeah. I ended up busting up my bike. You ain't a rider unless you fall, so.
Oh, yeah, man. Trying to do too many tricks, man. Gotta slow down.
The funny thing is I never crashed going fast. I've never had a high-speed accident. Everything's at slow speed, but yeah. So right now I haven't rode in quite some time.
Yeah.
Being that you got a fight coming up real soon after you knock this guy out, man, we want to have you back on the show and talk about that.
Please.
Thank you. I also got another fight in September after that one.
Oh, you have a fight? You already have a schedule?
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah. We just spoke about it yesterday. So
yeah,
like I said, whatever my dad lines up for me, just line them up.
Line them up and knock them down. Nah, I feel you. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man.
I'm an active fighter, man. So yo, we appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Come back, man. I gotta ask this question because I'm kind of a nerd. You got PlayStation or Xbox?
I got Xbox.
Let's go.
My sister got the PlayStation, man. So I got the best of both worlds,
I'm on PlayStation, I do a lot of Call of Duty. So if you want to run it a couple of times, go do some scrubs, take care of some light work.
Okay, I've never been asked to do this one, so bear with me. I don't know how it's gonna happen.
So if you see how many outtakes I take, trust me, you're good.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, bro, I fucked
That
up.
was a dope interview.
I fucked up in the beginning. Yo, this shit says she had 2 kids. We adding that part out, man. You didn't say it, so yeah, nah. Yo, this shit told me she had 2 kids.
Oh shit.
for, bro.
Nah, she was dope, bro. I feel like that interview went perfect. I don't even think we need to edit too much.
Well, I sound like I never talked to a woman a day in my life, nigga. I was so fucking nervous, man. I've never been that nervous, but it's because of the whole. It's because of everything. Like if I just met on the street and was talking and chopping it up, it'd be different. But the fact that like this is like the setting, like it makes me feel like I gotta be professional. But then like I don't know, like it's fuck.
Nah, for one, get that whole professional shit out your head. I definitely don't want to be that because I'm not that. I'm not Max Kellerman. And you, Stephen A. Smith, you fucking missed to get that work. And I'm Hawk Von Dane. And I just wanted to bring that up too. You keep saying Hawk Van Dane. I'm not Van. It's Vaughn.
Nigga, I can't fucking speak, man. Fuck you. We both can't read. Fuck out of here, man. You bad if I call you fan, nigga.
Oh my God, man.